Good evening everyone. Welcome back to a brand new episode of BMC Global Live AL-HILAL Health World, nothing but lifestyle. I am Anupama Menon. Good health is not a destination, it's a journey. Through this talk show Health World, we aim to provide you with valuable information to assist you in your journey towards good health. The food choices that we make and the diet we follow creates a huge impact on our overall well-being and our physical health. Today's topic of discussion is healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. And to throw more light on this topic, we are delighted to have with us Ms. Sarika Sasidharan, clinical dietitian and nutritionist at AL-HILAL Hospital in Adliya and Muharraq. She comes with an experience of over 12 years in this field. So let's move on to the doctor and know more about this. Thank you for joining us, doctor, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
In today's time, there are a lot of people who grapple with this problem of obesity and overweight. So in medical terms, do you think there's a distinction between being obese and being overweight? How would you classify these two?
Yeah, first of all, this topic is very much relevant when we are getting connected to an instance what we are hearing nowadays. Obesity is the underlying cause of all such types of type 2 diabetes, PCOD, cardiovascular diseases, strokes and hormonal issues.
Okay.
And the prevalence of the overweight and obesity has almost tripled in the last 10 years and so. So the fundamental cause of this is actually the energy imbalance between calories consumed and calories expended.
Okay.
And of course, our changes in the dietary patterns.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, of course, lifestyles. All these are the reasons for this obesity.
Okay.
Usually, we are categorizing this overweight and obesity. We are using a simple index called BMI. Now, everyone are very familiar.
Familiar
with
body
the,
mass.
Body mass index,
Yes.
and the calculation is actually very simple.
Okay.
So, however, this is a rough assessment guide. We are just using as a preliminary tool to distinguish these two.
Okay.
And the classification is if the BMI is greater than or equal to 25, then it is the overweight category.
Okay.
And the BMI is equal or it crosses 30, then it means you are entering into a obese category.
Okay.
So always try to keep your BMI on this 19, in between 19 and 25.
Okay.
And moving forward, we are using some other guides also, that means waist hip ratios. And next is body fat analyzer, which is a key tool to assess a person's fat depositions and muscle mass and certain related things like that.
Okay, so the basic tool to assess it is BMI, and if it's above 25, then you're categorized as overweight.
Correct.
And if it's above 30, then you fall in the category of obese.
Correct.
People. And is there a correlation between obesity and diabetes? Are obese people or even overweight people more prone to getting diabetes? Is that a myth or is it true?
No, it's a true actually.
Okay.
So obesity makes you more likely to develop especially type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
That means obesity causes more fatty acids and inflammations in your body, which results insulin resistant. That means your body stop responding to the insulin produced in the pancreas,
Okay.
which again lead to a condition called hyperinsulinemia.
Okay.
Okay, so which in turn results into type 2 diabetes, and type 2 is the most common form of diabetes in 90% of diabetic cases. Okay, and of course it all starts with the diet. When we check our today's conventional diet, which is loaded with full of refined carbohydrates, all this pasta, pizza, junk food, processed food. So all, if you continuously take such kinds of diet, it produces high levels of blood glucose in your body.
Okay, so as you mentioned, diet plays a huge role in this. So what are the diet modifications that you would recommend for a patient who's diabetic? Like, are there any kinds of food to be avoided completely, and any kind of food that needs to be, included in your diet, which will help them to keep the sugar levels?
Yeah, actually diabetic eating pattern is nothing but eating the healthiest diet in a moderate amount, sticking into regular intervals.
Okay.
So it should be rich in nutrients, low in calories, low in fat, and the key elements is whole grains, fruits and vegetables. Okay, and if by doing such dietary changes, we can keep the blood sugar level in a safer side.
Okay.
And if a person with pre-diabetes, so we can easily correct it with the diet modifications. or someone who is already on medications or insulin, we can correct it along with the medications.
Okay.
So in that cases, both the diet and medications both should go hand in hand.
Okay, then it can be kept under control.
Yeah, kept under control.
Okay, so in general, what is that ideal diet plan that you would suggest so that you know, you always say prevention is better than cure. So what is the ideal diet plan that one should follow to make sure that you don't get diabetes at a later stage?
Actually, there is no specialized diet plan which suits for all. Actually, it's all customized.
Okay,
so
depends
yeah,
person
depends.
to
So I
person.
can tell you, you should one should include balanced diet. This is also another familiar word. Okay, but most of us don't know what are the foods which included in the balanced diet. So I can explain with the help of this diagram.
Sure.
Okay, and so I will explain with the help of this food plate. Actually, this is called food plate. Before it was food pyramid. We have studied in the school
Yes, in
times.
schools we have studied food pyramid.
Now it's changed to food plate, and this is for the fruits. You can have fruit as a snack or along with the breakfast, whatever. However,
even in the form of milkshakes or juices.
no, milkshakes.
Okay.
You can have
Again,
fruit as such.
okay.
Actually,
Better to have it. As in the
then you will get the
original form.
fibers and all.
Okay.
Okay, fruit and juices are not at all recommended actually.
Okay.
And this is for the grains. That means whole flour or rice, wheat, and all this comes under this portion. And this is for the protein. So in this milk, chicken, chicken, meat, eggs, pulses, legumes, lentils, all this comes in this portion. And this is for the vegetables. So you should 400 grams of vegetables you should take in your daily diet.
Okay.
That means around 6 to 7 servings. Any form, either you can have it as a vegetable soup or some
salads.
Yeah, salads, curries, everything. And this is for the dairy. That means milk and milk products. Yeah, cottage cheese, all this comes in this. So if you include all these in your daily diet, then it becomes balanced diet. Yeah.
Doctor, you spoke about grains. So what is the difference between whole grains and refined grains?
Yeah.
And which is more healthy?
Whole grains. Whole grains contains the bran. Okay, because the brown things. So usually we are telling the people, fill your rack with browns. So it contains the nutrients. It has some starchy carbohydrate, fibers, minerals, and like that. So if you take the whole grains, which will keep you fuller for a longer time, it gives the satiety feeling. So when it comes to the refined products, so you are getting the polished form. That means
that is unhealthy.
Yeah, because you are removing the nutrients, removing the fiber, and all this white flour, white rice, everything is really comes under the refined thing. Yeah.
So anything that is white and shining, I guess, is not good for your health.
Yeah, true.
Sugar and
yeah, of course, sugar.
Flour,
flour, all this, because all we are getting in the processed form. Yeah. So it spikes your metabolism. It spikes your blood sugar.
Okay.
So you will never get satisfied.
That's true. And these days everyone is so conscious about the calorie intake, you know, we often hear about how to restrict your calorie intake. So ideally what should be the calorie intake, and how is it? Is there a method to calculate how much calories you take per day?
Same like the diet plan, there is no particular calorie count which suits for all. So your caloric requirement is entirely different from me. It differs actually from person to person.
And also gender also, I guess, plays a role.
Yeah, gender
it's
and
men and women.
Yeah, men and women, and child, adolescents. They all need different calories, especially in the pregnant woman, lactating woman, and someone who works in the outside. That means laborers or athlete people. They all need much more calories compared to sedentary life because their expenditure is more. So they need much more calories compared to sedentary people. So actually it differs.
Differs from person to person.
Yeah.
Okay, and carbs have acquired a very bad image, you know. People are under the impression that you should try and avoid carbs completely from your diet, even to maintain your sugar levels and also for weight loss. So what is your take on it? How important is carbs for your general health, and how much should be taken?
Cutting down carb from the diet is another trendsetter in the social medias. So actually you cannot cut the carbohydrates completely from the diet. So before you should do you should understand that what is carbohydrate and what is the role of carbohydrates in our body. It is actually a fuel source. It gives the production of energy. It's a production of energy.
Okay.
So you cannot cut the carb, but you should understand that you should include the complex carb. That
Okay.
means whole grains, whole pasta, whole flour.
Oats, is oats also complex
Oats,
carb?
like there is also refined oats is there.
Okay.
So you should take all the flour or whatever.
Huh.
There is a whole grain, and with the bran and polished form is also there.
Okay.
But you should identify that.
Okay.
Oats is also you can use, but it should be the old-fashioned rolled oats,
Rolled oats.
not the refined
But
oats.
you know, we normally end up having oats thinking that it's healthy, but
Yeah,
we
but
go for refined oats, you know, quick
Quick,
cooking oats.
but that
so
is
that's not
actually,
healthy.
yeah, that is not at all healthy. You can have it the whole grain, with
Whole.
the whole grain,
Okay.
which will be better.
Okay. And what is the role of protein in fat loss program and all that? How much protein should be included?
Yeah, actually protein and fat is another important macronutrient which we should include it in our diet. Minimum 18 to 20 gram protein we should include it in each meal.
Okay.
And lot of misinformation are also associated with the protein intake, especially someone with hyperuricemia, because higher level of uric acid or creatinine, higher creatinine. So they are thinking that they should cut down protein completely from the diet.
Okay.
Actually it's a myth. Protein doesn't cause damage by itself. Everybody needs protein. At least 0.8 gram per kg body weight.
Okay.
Okay, and when you take protein, because in the social media, especially the programs associated with the weight loss, so everywhere are emphasizing high protein diet, high protein diet. Actually the reason is when you take whole protein, so 30% of its energy used it for the burning.
Okay.
So that's why the reason why they are emphasizing the high protein. Actually it works, but suddenly immediately if you can jump into from the normal diet to such a excessive diet, I mean suddenly if you jump from the normal diet to such types of diet, there is a chance you may develop some belly bloating or constipation like that. So better you should do under the supervision of expertise.
Dietitian.
Yeah.
So it's actually, it should be a balance between complex carbohydrates and protein.
Yeah.
That should be the ideal diet. This thing.
And good source of fat, fiber, everything. It's a combination
Combination
actually.
of everything. And we all live in fast-paced lives, and as we know, morning time is the rush hour for everyone. So we all have a tendency to skip breakfast or maybe limit it to just a cup of coffee and then we head for work or school. So how harmful is this for your general health, you know, because skipping breakfast is not supposed to be very good for your, is there any solution that you can?
Skipping breakfast is not a good practice, but at least try to have some light breakfast. Okay, if it is in high protein breakfast, when your day starts with a high protein breakfast, it gives say energy. So the entire day you can move with that energy.
Okay.
Okay. So of course, if you are in any time restricted diet, you can extend it the breakfast time, but better not to skip the breakfast. And everybody are ready to skip the breakfast because they are not getting time to eat the breakfast, or they cannot, because maybe due to the busy lifestyle and all. So everybody are ready to skip their breakfast and even lunch, but none of them are compromised with the dinner.
That's true. In fact, that reminds me of the saying, you know, it says eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a commoner, and dinner like a beggar. And we do just the opposite. We skip breakfast and lunch, and then we have a very heavy, rich dinner to make up for all that. So I guess we need to kind of alter our lifestyle.
When you take late night dinner, so each digestion or each time when you get when you take food, digestion process is happening. So each time of the digestion, some your other stomach acid causes some slight damage to the mucosa, that is the stomach lining.
Okay.
So they all same like all the organs are need some repairing time. So they are doing the repairing time is happening in the night time especially. So when you are taking the late night dinner, it interrupts you are actually interrupting the repairing process. So whatever the food you are having, it will not get digested. So it will deposit as a fat, especially in it accumulates near your internal organs, which is called visceral fat, which is the most dangerous fat.
Okay, so you're more likely to put on weight if you have a heavy dinner, that too late in the night. And I'm sure our viewers would also like to know about all these crash diets, because let's say some event is coming up, we all want to look our best. So we, you know, and especially in social media, we see about keto diet or 15-day, 28 days, you can lose 3 to 5 kilos. So how effective is it and how harmful it is for your health in the long run?
Yeah, as a nutritionist, I won't recommend such kinds of crash diet because the after effect is much more than what you gain.
Yes,
So
that's
if
true.
you are on a low calorie deficit diet, you may be losing kgs. Okay, so you'll be happy when you check your weight in the weighing scale. You will be very happy, but you are losing kgs from the muscles, not from the fat.
Okay.
So you are sacrificing your health to attain the BMI
Okay.
or the target. What's the point in that? So muscle strength is very
So
important.
basically, it's muscle loss that's
Yeah,
happening,
muscle.
not
Yeah,
fat loss.
yeah. You are low. Yeah,
Cosmetically, maybe you look thinner
look
or
thin
you look
or
slimmer,
yeah, but you are sacrificing your health.
health.
So at least we should need some 50 to 55% of muscle mass of your weight.
Okay. So, doctor, it's time to wrap up the episode. So, before we wind up, any general message, takeaway message that you would like to give our viewers about a healthy lifestyle and how it can help them in maintaining good health?
First of all, you should know that there is no shortcut for the weight loss. This is actually a slow and steady process, and being skinny doesn't make you healthy. Okay, and you should include more whole grains in your diet, pulses, include more pulses, legumes. Always try the varieties. Don't stick on the particular type. Okay, if it is in the fruits or vegetables, explore more. Okay, and next is try to stay hydrated always. Say goodbye to the processed, all that refined junk food, cereal products, and I mean sugary coated cereals and all.
Okay.
Okay, and what you eat, when you eat, how much you eat. This also matters in the weight loss program. And try to finish your eating window before 7 p.m. maximum 8 p.m. And of course, if you are in any types of stress, that's also a reason, because when you are in the stress, there is a hormone called cortisol. It produces. So that time you will eat mindlessly. So this is also another reason for the weight loss. And of course, you should have a proper good quality sleep. 7 hours sleep is also recommended. And of course, along with that, some sort of exercise also.
So thank you so much, Ms. Sarija. It was a wonderful session, very informative, and I'm sure it was an eye-opener in many ways. It dispelled so many myths about carbo intake and protein, carbs and all that. So thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us. So Ms. Sarija, for the benefit of the viewers, could you please tell us where exactly are you available in Al-HILAL Hospital? I think you are there in both Muharrak and Adliya.
Yeah, both Muharrak and Adliya branch. So I'll be available in Adliya branch in Sunday and every Sunday and Tuesday, 4 to 8 in the evening.
4 to 8.
Rest of the days I'll be available in the Muharrak branch.
So friends, this is a great opportunity for you, all of you, to avail free consultation with Ms. Sarika Sasidharan at Al-HILAL Hospital, Muharrak and Adliya. So please make sure that you follow a healthy lifestyle, a balanced diet, learn to say no to junk food, because your health is your priority. For more informative sessions like this, don't forget to tune in to BMC Global Live Al-HILAL Health World every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Till we meet again next time, this is Anupama signing off. Stay healthy and stay happy always. Good night.